Hello and welcome back for another wild review. Today's review is going to be a little bit different, but you shall find out in just a moment. But this review is all about the Fujifilm 35mm f1.4, as known as Pocket Rocket. Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I'm not in my usual location for my reviews because I have been doing DIY all day and my hands are full of splinters and I've been stuck inside. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to take this review outside because I really don't want to sit inside. You sat there all cute. Are you so adorable? Hey, come here, handsome. He's so cute. So I originally got the 35mm as an alternative to my 56mm because sometimes I felt Marilyn, that's what she's called, was just a little bit tricky in tighter spaces, and when I was doing self-portrait photography it was becoming a little bit tricky at times. So that's why I got it originally. There is another reason why I got this lens, which I'm going to save to a little bit later on, but it's something to do with the style of the lens. That's a surprise. I'll give you that one later on.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.
So the first point I wanted to make about this lens was the portability of it and the size of the lens. So you get this really cute retro lens hood with it, and that's what I love about this lens. It's got such a retro vibe to it. And then the lens itself, it's tiny, tiddly little thing. It's the smallest lens I've got out of all my lenses, but it's great. If you want to go traveling or you want to just have a lightweight bag with you and you want to just take something small, this lens is perfect for that. That's all you have to take. And it is so small and so portable and so lightweight. It's brilliant. You can just put it in your bag. It's robust, it's sturdy. You don't just have to worry about it because it's not a super expensive lens. So yeah, super sturdy, super easy to use, super fun to use, and it's lightweight. And Eric keeps distracting me, I'm sorry. The only criticism I have is that when you autofocus, it can be a little bit noisy. Oh, no, it's not going to show you. Sometimes it struggles to focus. It can be a little bit slow. So that's the only thing I can't really show you right now. It's not that slow in the grand scheme of things. You're not going to miss out, but it's just to be aware of. High five. Go ahead. Yeah, good boy. So good. Okay, so as you will know from my other review, I love prime lenses. They are my favorite. I love the simplicity of them. Fast, you don't have to faff about with focal lengths. You're just there, sorted. And this lens is great for that. It's so good. And yeah, I could rave on all day about a prime lens. And what makes it even more great is that it goes down to f1.4. So it means that if you are inside somewhere, or if it's a dim lit day, or whatever, it just means you've got that extra room for maneuver with darker days and less light, and I love that. You've got that as a backup, so you can always go higher if you need to, but you can't always go lower. So it's nice when you have the option to go lower with your f-stop. So I'm going to carry on up because Eric is waiting and he's the boss. Whoa. I think I've done quite well that this is the third point in, if I've counted correctly, and I've not mentioned versatility until now. This lens is incredibly versatile, and I think in some ways as a prime you've got to make the most of it and you've got to use it for a bit of everything. And it definitely does pack a good punch. As I've said before, I've been surprised what I've been able to shoot with this lens. I've done a bit of astrophotography, which I'll show you in a minute, and some other bits and pieces, and I've done self-portrait, a lot of my dog, some landscape, and I love it. I love a lens, as you know, it's a common theme. I love a lens I can use for everything, because you got to get, you know, more bang for your buck. So you can get a lot out of this lens if you just put in the effort and put in the heart and have a bit of creativity. You can get a lot out of it, and it's great for that. I love versatility, as you know. So let's talk bokeh. I hope I've said it right. And similar to my 56mm, the bokeh on this is amazing. I'll be honest, it's not 56mm quality, because that lens just has a finesse about it that you can't match with any other lens, I'm sorry. I've really said it's my favorite lens for that reason. This one though, the bokeh is still amazing. It's incredible. It's because you've got that aperture of 1.4, the wide aperture, it means that you can get the maximum bokeage. I'm just gonna make this word up, the maximum bokeage that you can get with the lens. So yeah, but that quality of your foreground is brilliant, and I love the lenses for that. Absolutely beautiful. So that's another good point to remember. This takes me on to my next point, which is sharpness. Now, considering I didn't pay a great deal for this lens, I think I got it on offer, but I tell you what, the sharpness has been such a surprise, like a pleasant surprise as well. It is so good. And when I first used it, I was like, oh, it might be some competition here for Marilyn, which is my 56mm. And it's really good. You definitely wouldn't be disappointed. And it's not just the sharpness, it's the clarity of the image, because I think people go on about sharpness and harp on about it, but it's not, it's the overall depth of clarity of that image, and it does it really well. And I think primes in general are super good for that. It is such a beautiful evening, I tell you that. And I love being outside like this. It's just, yeah, it's very magical, and yeah, it's a beautiful evening. Okay, so the final point I wanted to make was about style. Now, I have no doubt that this lens is not top spec, it's not the highest capability technically wise, and yeah, there probably are sharper, better lenses out there than this one. Fine, not a problem. I already know that. But what this lens does have is character. And I think what I get a bit fed up sometimes with photography reviews and equipment, everything is about how sharp is it? How clear is it? What's the clarity like? What's this like? What's the megapixel like? No one discusses character anymore, and how a lens performs on something on a unique level, because I feel like so much photography equipment now is like maxed out to like everything it can be, and it's just now everything's becoming the same. And this lens brought a vintage feel back. It felt like I was shooting with an SLR, and I love those traditional pictures you get in black and white, or just the old school pictures where they just, yeah, they're not perfect, and they don't have to be perfect. And that's why I love this lens, because I don't want to Instagramify everything. Like, my pictures aren't made for social media. My pictures are made for capturing something from the heart, like something that meant something to me. And I want to do that in a unique way. I don't want to be conventional. I want to be unconventional. That's why I've got this lens. That's why I went for Fujifilm and not other brands. That's why I'm sat on a hill right now, a bit cold, doing this review, because I don't want to be conventional. And I want the things that bring difference to my life, that are unique in their own way, that bring character to my photography. If you're a lover of unconventional things, if you're a lover of finding unique ways to go about your art, because that's what photography is, it's an art that reflects you. So if you want to be different, then you know what, you will love the 35mm. Imperfections have made it perfect to me. That's how I describe it. And the sun is just coming, oh my God. The sun is like red, and it's just coming down behind the clouds right now, and it is incredible. I will continue the summary in just a minute. Sorry about that, I got a bit distracted because the sun is incredible. It's red and it's just dropping below the horizon, and it's the day I don't have my telephoto lens. I was like, come on, life. It's typical. So that brings this review to an end. I'm so sorry, it has to finish at some point. And I don't have any more lenses to review right at this minute, so I'm sorry again. So moving forward, I have some stuff in the pipeline which hopefully you will enjoy. It's related to adventures and photography. But yeah, I will keep that for the moment. Well, thank you for watching. Everyone's comments have actually been really lovely. I've been taken aback really, because I just did this for the sake of doing it. It's something I've always wanted to do, like reviews online or just having stuff on YouTube. And I didn't really know what to expect, but yeah, people have been so lovely, so thank you for that. And on that note, if you have something in your heart that you really want to do and you want to try, just go for it. Follow your heart. If you want to start a YouTube channel, do it. If you want to go start photography, do it, because life is too short to not try these things that are in your heart. So whatever you want to do, you go and do it. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Don't care what anyone else thinks. If you want to do something, you go do it, and you do it for you and you alone. And you will have the most fun in the world if you have that attitude, because you don't care and you're just doing it for the fun of it. And that's what it should be about, fun and following your heart. So on that note, I'm going to go. But yes, stay awesome, do the things you want to do, and I'm going to keep pointing at you until you do. Okay, stay awesome, be you, and goodbye for now. Bye-bye.